If you're even considering whether or not a friend is being abused or groomed or victimized, I'm so sorry that you even have to consider that. That is a terrible thing to be thinking through. Thankful that you're being diligent and you're thinking about your friend's well-being, because it certainly happens quite often, especially in the school context. We know, statistically speaking, that 1 in 10 students in the United States are victims of sexual harassment or abuse. That's a shocking number. The sooner we can get these victims help, the sooner that they understand that this is not their fault, the better. Kids or young adults that are victimized are much more likely to seek drugs or alcohol to cope with their circumstances, because these perpetrators, they leave them high and dry, and they're isolated. They're not able to deal with this or cope with this for maybe 10 or 15 or 20 years. And it's those are the phone calls that are tough. Man, I wish I would have said something sooner. Victims of abuse have consequences that last a lifetime. And so if you're watching this, if you're considering whether or not a friend may be being abused or someone that you know, don't wait. Speak up. When you approach a friend, it's so important to be non-accusatory, to be non-confrontational. We want folks that we think are victims or who are victims to know this isn't their fault. If you're able to speak up now, whether that's directly to a friend or to a parent or to their parents or to a teacher or a counselor, you are going to change the way that your friend lives the rest of their life. I can't tell you the number of times I've been called, well over 100, when a case like this comes out decades later, where friends, where family have called me in tears and said, I knew something was wrong, I should have said something, and how guilty they feel that they saw their friend have to deal with this for decades. And oftentimes those friends do turn to alcohol, they do become isolated, they do turn to drugs, and it's all something that could have been prevented if people would have spoken up. If they are being abused, there will be consequences, and the sooner we can get them help, the sooner we can get them the resources, the better off they will be.